Chingola, Kitwe, Luanshya, Mufulira, Kalulushi, Chingola, Chililabombwe, Kapiriamposhi, Kabwe, Lusaka, Kafue, Choma, Mazabuka, Livingston, Chipata, Chinsali, Kasama, Mansa, Solwezi, and Mongu. Feel free to interact with us and let us know where you are watching from. Only on your Top Star Decoders Channel 91, Sun FM TV. Radio Gone Rogue. Radio Gone TV.
This is not just milk. It's Dairy Gold milk. It's farm fresh and it's delicious.
This is Sun FM. It's 4 p.m.
Sun FM.
The news.
With the news, my name is Alan Mwale. The headlines. Local Government Minister Gift Sialubalo has appealed to all local authorities in Northwestern Province to prioritize road grading. Chililabombwe residents of F Compound in Matthew Nkoloma Ward have raised alarm over the persistent failure by Mulonga Water and Supply and Sanitation Company to address a recurring sewer effluent issue that threatens public health and safety. Nakonde Town Council, in partnership with Tazama Pipeline Limited, has commenced the rehabilitation works on the Tazama Pipeline Road, covering a vital 4-kilometer stretch. Chief Polo Polo coach Avram Grant says that the youngsters that were handed starting berths in Thursday's 3-1 loss to Morocco accounted for themselves very well. We have the news in detail shortly.
The news. 88.5 Sun FM.
And now the news in detail. Local Government Minister Gift Sialubalo has called on all local authorities in Northwestern Province to prioritize road grading efforts. Mr. Sialubalo noted that while the province has made commendable progress in road network construction, several roads have remained in a deplorable state for years, underscoring the urgent need for rehabilitation. He announced that the government has allocated 3.2 million kwacha towards lubricants for local authorities to support the renovation of damaged roads across the country. The minister emphasized the importance of expediting road grading before the onset of the rainy season to ensure accessibility and safety for communities and commuters.
That is a province we are not doing well. It is the road network. The 3.2 million kwacha allocated for lubricants, that is fuel and other lubricants. We know to say Northwestern Province receives rains much earlier than even Southern Province. By October here, you will be talking of rain season in some other parts of Northwestern Province. Now, as we release these funds monthly, I am appealing to the local authorities to prioritize road grading. Time is not with us in Northwestern Province.
Chililabombwe residents of F Compound in Matthew Nkoloma Ward have raised alarm over the persistent failure by Mulonga Water and Supply and Sanitation Company to address a recurring sewer effluent issue that threatens public health and safety. In an interview with Konkola Radio News, concerned resident a few days in Tambi voiced a deep frustration over the utility company's inaction. He revealed that the sewer line in F compound has been bursting repeatedly, yet Mulonga has not responded to calls for urgent repairs. Mr. Ntambi expressed shock that the issue, described as relatively inexpensive to fix, has been neglected for so long. He emphasized that the consequences of continued sewer line failures extend beyond health risks, potentially affecting the local economy and environment.
And fourth, so every day. Apapadi chala papakatwa sabika po something in to shapo to mamonji. Padi chala. No me chat pressure foot in sewer. And in less money if I go to shop. So you can imagine then he just look at the area the way it is.
Residents are now calling on local authorities and health officials to intervene before the situation escalates further. Nakonde Town Council, in partnership with Tazama Pipeline Limited, has commenced the rehabilitation works on the Tazama Pipeline Road, covering a vital 4-kilometer stretch from Nyondo Market to Wannabes area in Katozi Village, Old Fife Ward. According to Council Assistant Public Relations Officer Florence Musaba, the project officially began on 12th August 2025, with the road marking and physical works starting on the 13th of August 2025. The project will require approximately 8,000 liters of fuel, which would be supplied by Tazama Pipeline. Mrs. Musaba further noted that the targeted section of the road, located in Katozi Village within Nakonde Central Business District CBD, has remained in a deplorable state for over 7 years due to restrictions that prevent the local authority from conducting works along the pipeline without prior approval from Tazama.
Called for a hand of help from Tazama Pipeline to ensure that the area is maintained accordingly, and therefore Nakonde Town Council is grateful for the Tazama Pipeline Limited for coming on board and for its cooperation, and also is emphasizing that the works will not only restore access to the roads for residents in to their property, but also prevent or rather protect vital infrastructure. And Nakonde Town Council remains committed to working with strategic partners to improve the road networks.
Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary for Special Duties at Cabinet Office, Wisdom Walia, has urged the Nakonde District to embrace the President's flagship programs with a strong focus on health, agriculture, livestock, constituency development fund, and infrastructure development. Mr. Walia made the remarks during his visit to Nakonde District, where he met with heads of government departments in the council chamber. He shared insights from his recent visit to provincial capital Chinsali, where the provincial team guided the presidential delivery unit identified key priority areas of focus for the province. These include improving health outcomes, particularly reducing maternal mortality, and strengthening agriculture, livestock, and infrastructure development. He called on all local government departments to concentrate their efforts on these areas and ensure effective implementation. Mr. Walia also emphasized the importance of collaboration among departments to enhance service delivery. Also speaking during the meeting, Tobias Michelo, monitoring and evaluation specialist from the Presidential Delivery Unit, encouraged the Nakonde District to align communication and publicity efforts with project implementation to improve visibility and accountability. We take a break and return with sports.
Shake and sip down in your soul. What you waiting for? Come on, let's go.
Shake and sip. Get up and show me how to shake and sip. Get up off your feet.
Shake things up with Shake and Sip Fruity Milk.
Shake and sip.
Go, go, go.
Every moment you be in the zone. Shake it up, shake it, sip. It's the way.
Shake and Sip, when fresh meets fruity.
Chipolopolo coach Avram Grant says the youngsters that were handed starting berths in Thursday's 3-1 loss to Morocco accounted for themselves very well. Under-20 starlets Matthew Banda, Kelvin Mwanza and Happy Nsiku started the match in a shuffled side ahead of the Morocco clash and provided a bright spot on an otherwise troubled campaign. FARS Media reports that Grant said that the team had improved as the tournament had progressed and hoped that they would end the tournament on a high. He intimated that one of the two players may get a chance to join the main team after the CHAN. The Chipolopolo coach also wondered why none of the contested decisions, including a disallowed Happy Nsiku header, went to VAR. Zambia suffered a third straight loss at the CHAN and will face Kenya on Sunday in their final Group A encounter. That sports item brings us to the end of this edition of the news. My name is Alan Molly. Stay tuned.
Sun FM.
Imagine having nature's secrets to health and vitality in a bottle. Introducing Lifeway Shot Health Drink. Ginger for digestion. Beetroot for stamina. Aloe vera for skin. Tamarind for metabolism. Baobab for immune support. Lifeway Shot. Embrace wellness naturally.
Oh, what a bad day. When everything is bright and golden. The sun is shining and the mighty morning. Without my family in that moment, that day would have been a bad day.
Yeah, everyone's bad day is my bad day. But guess what? When my banja comes together, there are no bad days.
Banja washing powder, the family detergent.
Thank you to Alan Mwale with the Community News Bulletin. This is Views on News, a Friday edition. My name is Evans Malasham. Remember to participate. You will be calling us on 0955 855 953. That is the number you'll be calling on this afternoon. We look at some of the stories that made headlines. Local government minister Gift Sialubulo has appealed to all local authorities in northern western province to prioritize road grading. Chililabombwe residents of F compound in Matthew Nkoloma ward have raised alarm over the persistent failure by Mulonga Water Supply and Sanitation Company to address a recurring sewer effluent issue that threatens public health and safety. Nakonde Town Council, in partnership with Tazama Pipeline Limited, has commenced rehabilitation works on the Tazama Pipe Road, covering a virtual 4-kilometer stretch. Permanent Secretary for Special Duties at Cabinet Office Wisdom Walio has urged Nakonde District to embrace the President's flagship programs with a strong focus on health, agriculture, livestock, Constituency Development Fund CDF and infrastructure development. Chipolopolo coach Avram Grant says the youngsters that were handed starting berths in Thursday 3-1 loss to Morocco accounted for themselves very well. 0955-855-953. That is the number you're calling us on this particular afternoon as Friday's edition of Views on News. Good afternoon. All right, we lost that caller. Do give us a call. That is 0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon. Good afternoon.
Sun Zambia, Sun Nation. Mr. Chako motoweza bwanji makarabanji ku Catholic.
Nawe ise tasenza babwino na kuchoma tachoma kaya beve uko.
Na ile nipumula ko chabe mdala ku friend city ndiche mushi.
Nawe wangakonganyepo.
Amazambia ni kufa kwa fana sirafini mkwai. Napenda kwa kila shida kuchia mtoto swala ni ya shupa sana huko. Ya mkwai raidi ya abantu bagana bana kama suwana na bama company aba. Aparaka kubu longa na wabene ba ale barata mechi nasema swala hili kisiraji tabatana kitana mkutenye tumramwa baba meni nani kanye mama ngwatali poti tabapoza kosana mano ya mkwai pati chimba bala kutika so ni moni mukoti kuchira bombo kutuma chita kuba kongera cha abantu aba ngumaiba yedi ya kansela ta no na chitoria msango hivi ile mapoza kwa mali pati mira bese kubikonga mu office mwa mule pitana pita dentiste niyo maopo ya mkwai so na pesa ndio kwa shida bora ina grandi nangu na tupati dingi amade 20 players na basta qualify kuya mu national team ya mkwai hapo pati kwa cha mtango private kuya kwa Africa Cup kwa mkushishita kwa tishitokia mkushishito kwa ani futi lapti game ndio bashitana ushika choyo mara chipoporo lakini tu mdara wandi 3 points tu kwa na 0 zona we kwela.
Thank you very much. 0955-855-953. That is 0955-855-953. Good afternoon, you're through to Sun FM.
Good afternoon, you too.
All right, we indeed lost that caller. Do give us a call. That is 0955-855-953. That is 0955-855-953. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Amala Shamabamba Shan.
Tobamba Fabrino, Catrice Barishan.
You see, I'm 10 years old, Timo. Then the Nom Sorian and Timino Shirabombo.
Mquae con Canyepo.
Mquae, Zindapo, Yakmishum Colomawaju. Amatua Kumanji, Yard Pisha. We were Kuliva Mulonga. We were Chinja Fenama Pipe, and Pipe. Yakari. So, Bachinja kupema pipe. Tabachinja kama pipe sio kwa afyo bukapwa. Kandi nitacha kama suwa ya kuno ya kuibati. Bale ipika suwa ile pita. Suwa ile pita. Ifintuna batantika. Kamba fida eoti yakana. So bamulonga batu afweko. Nitaka sanda kasitaka lina. Lesami pale bombewe na kunya bala monga nikundora. Ataiba Charles Map.
Mtototela. 0955-855-953. That is 0955-855-953. That is the number you're calling us on this afternoon. It is Views on News, Friday edition. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Amasa Mabomba San.
Ntobamba February, no Katish Barishan.
Na comfort when I very February. No, as one of the Kamenza Chiavum. Hello, the Queen of Kamenza is more for Amala.
Mukwai.
Ni the Queen of Kamenza is. We dala tenda pope ba mareke mwaberenge amasuwa kuno ya shupa masu amasuwa kuno mwanjini yali tikika kantu batinga bawami asebwino okay nende mwakati mi pipe shiraba bika shali kokola sana songa bamona tifintu fyaba shupa uchinja femi pipe ni chako na problem yapo alama suwa tayamoneka bwino nangu mulepita so tayamoneka bwino bale wami abamulonga twapapati bantu nakuno kwine kwali basuwe yo yabakati paka koso basic ifo ifumine fitintu mwanzi nechela kirunde bale tubombela fikairi entito batala mkwali bale bombe fofini tuli bonse bakasamba malashi
tototela
mkwali
0955-855-953. That is 0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling me on today's Views on News. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mr. Bass, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you, Mr. Duncan?
Fine, fine. Chief Data from Chabombo,
Please do go ahead.
Mkwai Mr. Malazente Pukata Pariba Mulonga, he concern Yaba Mesonkoloma Ward. If Yaba Mulonga, I mentioned a super sana. Kutiba Ishanya Bantu. So, Papa Maipo. Up to Inoistamin Stakuli. Number one Tiba Bombashan. Abantuti Bakana Kwishanya. So, Manga Poposa Mano. Ishamen she. Bapura Sopa Wango. What is right? Number Mosango Tamin she to get a demonica. So, my Roka no Istamin Stakuli. So, what to buy the chance of very shansha. So, Manga by Shamen she. Bapusa problemu. Amako senza abantu bagombe tubango. Echa abantu balegila. Ero chimbili ba local government minister. Ifalande kuta prioritize nankana road network. Road network is important for business opportunities, for more opportunities mkwai. Thank you. Mwombe kwa kutafuta Zambia.
Thank you. 0955-855-953. That is the number you're calling me on this afternoon. It is Friday's edition of Views on News. 0955-855-953. That is 0955-855-953. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Malakama Center.
Veturifa Puino Gatuish Parishanwe.
I'm telling you, Wakalo, I'm going to put you
Mukaiba Konkanyepo.
Turando Wupin Mukaitu, my messages in Coloma, out that in a tenth Musegamonga Maista. Tomba Mulonga, not Planda, and that to be detected, a good poem to the company in a fair of time. They cover 2 pounds to gain a Zambia contact. Opera of Mama for 2 Babumba Winamina Zambia Parakalumte. It's a charge. Pray Galafilum, Pitam problem, Zaman, Takuri, Apo, Apitra Mutila Bomba, all over. I mean, to play under the quick Zaman, Timuma, must be somebody. Tomato like I can become. And one of the eyes, like I can, not to tell them.
Totala. 0955-855-953. That is 0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon. It is Views on News. The Chilabombe residents of F Compound in Matthew Nkoloma Ward have raised alarm over the persistent failure by Mulonga Water Supply and Sanitation Company to address the recurring sewer effluent issue that threatens public health and safety. Nakonde Town Council, in partnership with Tazama Pipeline Limited, has commenced rehabilitation works on the Tazama Pipe Road, covering a vital 4-kilometer stretch. Good afternoon. Tobamba February no fakatish bena varishan mkwai.
Tuvyala mutende ni bachirufya kuchira bombo kuno.
Mkwai bachirufya bakonka nyepo.
Kachine abantu natuvo tulila tulia sijame shi chachine ba branch mutonga twali mvwati kukonkole kubale kwa ababike kwa meshi ngopo abantu barika birame shi chira bombo yonzo kwamba ku P B C A musumba wachira bombo. Ameshita tule kwata so bafuye baza lama meeting yatwale kwata kona musosho baza batwele urebure muyamenshi barimba malaini umwameshi yayichepa so bapoze kwa mana batwafuyisha kwa abantu baleta pameshi mumana likana ama mavavu mamana so mula nwembwa abantu bapoze kwa so tunomba ile bashani ba rivals so batwafuyisha na tepela shigameshi twatotela balomwe
Totela mkwai 0955-855-953. That is 0955-855-953. Good afternoon, you're through Sun FM.
Mr. Malasha, good afternoon.
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you very much. Darrington from Mansion. Yeah.
Please do go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just speak here sport. Abaisebasere unesana kuchira ko fishing aisha kana ukuse na hii problem ona tanga pali ba sport 2 months ago na research vichistire rushira problem foundation ama clubs eba ko problem ama players not some national team tabali sawa please ama clubs poteni kwa man timene player wati player musha zumuka kuna national team tukadaluza every day no class kana ngene bremu coach I say my players already not my clubs if you research very well if season of Munich but for Minishan I scored a Zambia national ngene league akotishinga basket for Mushan ifanya kutafika pamoja wala pusha wa problem national team yeah coach ama players talk na kuna club akote problem that is my take. Thank you for the offer.
Thank you very much. 0955 855 953. That is 0955 855 953. That is the number you're calling us on. 0955 855 953. To give us a call, let us know what your views on news are. It is a Friday edition of Views on News. Good afternoon. Mokai. After one buffer winner for a to Sparishan. Mokai Bakonganyepo.
Yes, I am a hotel sanitation company. Of never put a woman. Even in the block what Takonatica Foshan. Namama Saro. No one of them water with Simicate up. When a song of quality Moswara in Yari Naika. Yari broke. Who said would be taken from so, but we have over Tonton Kanyaman and Kanyama. Ama hotel storage companies are. In Piaja Panga Shinki. Number maintain a Gamas work when a body was shufa. They should improve otherwise. I thought you won't be away.
Tato Telam 0955 855 953. That is 0955 855 953. That is the number you are calling us on this particular afternoon. It is Views on News. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mr. Evans.
Afternoon, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mr. Evans.
Please do go ahead.
Kasamkene kinget mina pukaloko. Alafu pona enea ka sports. Kwa warumendo watu walike mitwa Zambia. I thinking watu ya wa Kenya wakabatale kuna kuchele coach wakaeli. Mr. Evans tulikonse.
Quite thought, tell 0955 855 953. That was rather a quick and not too clear, but well, hope we got the message there. We do have about 3 more minutes before we wrap up today's event. Today's Views on News. To the Sun FM, good afternoon.
Mr. Marsha, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I can't complain. I'm blessed. This is to be Isaac, professional, not the responsible father, friendly switch of Bundora.
Mr. Isaac, please do go ahead.
I thank you. First, let me take on the issue of the local government and the rural development minister. Cover it in local authorities cover the imisebo, Shalawell Great Nangbash Boamia. Yes. Because I think I talked about it last time. Let's uncover it. Kuyama roads biamu aya hectare mafita roads bati yali bako busy limbiala na ku chikura cha uteko like paskura ngushani but the mitobali flikelesha sana te kunani kane kweka but the entire country inji mwana problem ya misebo koidi so I think wonse mkwile mwombele chapa mokutaka busungu so that misebo shibe wino different la kaila tapa then mkusondolelea shibia kafu tubo yena ba granti tapali sio bapangile kudya otherwise ile first pola ile first ne second bali abaita abena messages bandana bana ego balingiro kulambisha badya nomba ifine batambira potimo ba granti next time tatukile tukabe finishi ngaba katakonkanya pocket ya mtondoyo nishikuya gloria ba granti thank you ba marasha tulibona
toto tela 0955 855 953. That is 0955 855 953. We do have under 2 minutes to wrap up today's edition of Views on News. through the Sun FM. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Ramalasha.
How are we?
How are we? No, Mary calling from Chilabombo,
Please do go ahead.
Now, when I didn't up for the Yamasua, one India Yamasua, how yeah, for Sara, Hera Funeros and Sana, the moment of my shine to Mudemo for Sana Masu. And the Mochiling of Tosakanam long, the Mochiling of Webe and the Webe Karapu. Maybe we post some Mochia who post a post about for Sula, Basanga Moama, Basanga Moina, Webe and Flavekamu, which place of Sungako Wino. Mwadi kula pako basepa national but to be so very man the foot more ambo kudira so mbapela ko chance yo ine barangira ati bare bombera popo zali umfire po ida imibale batama interview enda tatu bare bombera poto e fatu machine so mbapela ko fe chance limoni fwebe ne fwebe kala muri uri mushwebo na uda kiriye so ngabarungisha twirabwe ke shapu no kulala ke chapa abana bera pota mwisi era pali ba Zambia abana sheko fyo wana mwanzi Abamendo lala no walo obukali bwa kwateti babutukiro olukati. So di mabale senda ko badala ko bati baba kwa simwe chefe akobwala mula no bwalo obukali no kulano sana. Ekira bona oli mpia sha ambombe bwino bamalashi.
Tatotela. Vela Nwambia. 0955-855-953. Let's pick one last call before we wrap up today's edition of the Views on News. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mr. Malasha.
I'm okay.
Long time. I don't want to lot that.
Well, again, you are my last caller.
Indeed, thank you so much. Yeah, on the issue of sewers in Chilabombo, it's sad. But just like the last caller said, in fact, Trevor never put some wedding or Joshua Nama died by Netiashan. So, for Seneca, change your mindset, Morena Zambia. Thank you so much, Malasha 31.
Thank you very much, Mr. DM. Okay, happens to be our last caller for today's edition of Views on News. Thank you to everybody that managed to come through and contribute on today's news, Views on News. My name is Evans Malasha, and of course, I am still with you. Today is Friday, and Fridays are for MPP. We are back into the whole weekend. I know for some other people, weekend started yesterday, for others it starts today, and we have you covered with everything else right here on the drive. And of course, exciting conversations will continue. Good afternoon.
Mama kwapatira abwera
ndani
bigiriko
ndiye njani
iwe wamena nasilota ng'ombe na mbai
leka chibwere okay